Okay. Today's topic is IELTS speaking. So I have a ton of material to share over here. Yesterday I started downloading um, a lot of material, but yeah, it's like a hobby. I like to download documents. Sometimes we do not have time to read all of them, but I mean, because they are so important, I don't want to leave them in the web. But that implies that you need to have also um, a good capacity. I mean, to your computer needs to have good memory. Look, for example, look at this. Can you imagine all this? It's too much information.
Hello, Alejandra.
Hi.
Alejandra, can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, let's back to our presentation. Okay, my audio sometimes is not working well. So just to know, do you, Sorelli or Alejandra, knows what IELTS means? What is the meaning of IELTS?
Mm, I
It's it
forgot.
it, it means something like uh, international
English.
uh, English language testing system. International English language testing system. So this is the ice breaking activity. I want you to think for a while, not too much, but just a little. Then a review of the video where you are going to comment. You are going to give me your impression about the video. It's like a dialectic um, construction. So that's why this review is such important, and it's good for you to speak and to interact each other, because no one single person have uh, the total view, the complete view. Then score criteria. We are going to talk about what are going to be the assessment criteria for you. I invent this. Is okay. The numbers here, number 4, is like they are wrong. I repeat twice. Number 4, locus of control and me are closer inside. And finally, reference. So, can you please, Sorelli, read uh, this like brain taser?
Yes. If you are running in a race and you pass the person in second place, what place are you in?
Yeah.
Can I do it?
Aleja, what's the answer, Sorelli?
My answer is second place.
Second place. And what
Yeah.
about you, Sorelli?
Yeah, the second place.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Let's pretend. Let's pretend I'm a runner. You are a runner, and Alejandra is a runner. If you are running in a race and you pass the person in second place, what place are you
Oh,
in?
Yeah, second.
Second.
Yeah.
And wait, give me a second.
hello, Tito.
Hello, good day for you.
Good.
Hello, teacher.
Good.
Excuse me, my delight.
And the question is, what place would you be in?
I am agree with Sorelli. Uh, because yeah, and Alejandra, because I think I can take the second place.
Think over again. Think over again. Remember, it's a brain taser.
Yeah, second place.
Second place.
Yeah.
And in what place in
Uh, in third
Oh
place.
no, the first answer you are in third place, and the second answer you're going to be in the second place.
so in what place would you be in?
Second place. Because
Right?
if you, yeah, because if you pass the second person, you're going to be in that position. You're not past the first person, you pass the second.
That's right. That's right. Good. Now let's move to our second brain taser. This one. Uh, now it's the turn for Alejandra. Alejandra,
Yeah.
read it.
You're you're driving a bus with 10 people on it. At the first stop, four people get off and second and two get on. All the next stop, three people get off and five get on. At the last stop, six people get off and only one gets on. How old is the bus driver?
Yeah. How old is the bus driver?
22.
22. Soreli,
Yeah.
what you say?
I'm thinking, teacher.
Tito, give us your opinion.
Uh, six people.
No.
Yeah, but
How old is the bus driver?
are you counting the people? Four that get off, two get on, three get off, five get on. How old is the bus driver?
22.
22. The first answer, 22. A second answer, a second voice. Soreli is cautious. about giving the answer. She don't want to be full.
No, I'm lost.
Yeah, but say something. What you say, Tito?
Six people.
6. Well, why, Alejandra, you say the answer is 22?
Because that say you're driving, so you are the bus driver. So it's your age.
That's correct. To have it clear, you are the boss. uh, You are driving a bus. So the person who is the bus driver is you. So the question is asking for the age of you, the person who read the brains, who read the brain taser. What about this one? Let's see if Alejandra this time have the right.
What can be seen once in minute, twice in a moment, and never seen in 1,000 years?
Yeah,
Mm,
too complex or too easy. Excuse me, Tito, what did you say?
No, teacher, no, teacher. I have noise with me.
Okay, so really, give a try. What can be seen once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never seen in 1,000 years?
Mm.
Give up? Aleja, you give up?
I'm thinking about it.
A clue?
Yeah, please.
Mm, no more.
One.
No, teacher, no.
Another clue. Another clue.
Yeah, please.
Mm, no more.
What the heck? Um,
Well, I'm gonna share with you the answer because we gotta move once in a minute and just one time, twice in a moment and and two times, and never in 1,000 years. What's the answer? The answer is letter M. You see letter M in minute one time, in moment two times, in a thousand
oh.
year no single time. Ready? Yeah, that's a brain taser. Too easy. Okay. Well, for this second part, um, I don't know, a volunteer. I need to hear your voice, sharing your comments about the video, the overview, part 1, 2, and 3. Who was the first? Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies first, all the time.
like this.
Ladies. Aleja is like running the race. Go ahead.
Okay, about the video, the most important for me, not the most, but you know that I have really, I really put attention about that, is that say that the for example, speaking, grammar, and reading, writing are the same importance, you know, because sometimes, for example, me, I am more focused in speaking because it's more difficult. But when in the video say that is the same importance, I say like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's true. Because if you have a really good speaking but you don't have a really good listening, you can't do it nothing. Or if you don't know how to write really with a really good grammar, you can do it nothing, or you can't communicate with other persons well, no, you know. And the other thing that is advice is you need to have like 5 minutes with a topic and other 5 minutes reading that. So when, for example, in me, when I read some books in English, that is really helpfully for me because I can practice my speaking, and I can see really good the grammar and how the person write the English. So that's my opinion.
Good. Another voice. Soreli.
Yes, teacher. I saw the video and I understood that it was or give some tips about how can improve our skills and focus in speaking ability. Um, Furthermore, give some tips about speaking scoring. Mm, yeah, and
Okay. Yeah. The last part
yeah,
is, yeah, is totally focused.
speaking scoring and tips about introduction and topic about familiar topics and um, how can you can you fluent the conversation, ice breaking, about another topics more complex, situations, professions.
Good. Tito, join your voice so that you can spice this app. Yeah. You, your mic is mute. Try to unmute your microphone. Better.
Excuse me, teacher. The video is about the test.
Yes.
Okay. In this video, give advice for the students about the comprehension and understanding the test, develop conversation and loss of pride. But students lack training to develop conversations in the second language. There are some tips Hmm. What develop a conversation as introduce, develop the conversation, and close the conversation.
Good. Thank you. Can any one of you share one of those tips that you remember that you think, oh, hey, this tip is, I'm gonna keep these tips with me all the time.
Oh, I say that in the first time. But when in the video say that you need to, for example, see a topic like, I don't know, animals, colors, fairy tale, whatever you want, and in the other side, read that. So that's so good for me.
Good. Ah, the tips I remember the most is keep talking all the time. Uh, Time for part one, time for part two, and for part three. In total, the test is about between 14 and 15 minutes, right? So each part it's about 5 minutes. And who remember what is like the first part? You have to talk about yourself, right? And the examiner is going to ask you questions apart from what you say. So you have to talk about your family, about your job, about your academic background. So you must be fluent and show a strong vocabulary around that topics, right? But no matter the, I mean, the stage where you are in the test, no matter if whether it's second or third, you have to keep moving. I mean, you have to keep talking all the time. So you have to use strategies not only to connect your ideas, right? But as Aurelie said, to keep the flow of the conversation. So connectors, right? Connecting words are key important. So the connecting words help you keep, I mean, the flow of the conversation. That's my tips. Talking all the time. So the the spokesperson of the video said that um, if there is a rule, right? You have to keep to talk like 4 minutes about a topic, then three minutes about the same topic, and the last time 2 minutes about the same topic. And in general, you speak 7 minutes in total, right? So it's an exercise to keep you moving along the same topic, around the same topic, excuse me. So any other advice that you want to share with us? Important to keep track of the speaking test. What about the technique about uh, answer? I don't quite sure. Answer, explanation, alternative, right? When the examiner when the examiner asks you a question, you give the answer, give a reason, and give an alternative, right? So we are going to do that in a moment. I want to share with you this because I think it's important. Timing. Timing for IELTS. Part 1, 5 minutes per student. Part 2, 1 minute for preparing and 2 minutes talking, right? Per student. And part 3, 4 to 5 minutes per student talking, right? Easy. That's the timing part. What do you think, Tito? Can you keep talking 7 minutes in a row? Your microphone is mute.
Excuse me.
That's right.
Excuse me. I think this time is now very difficult, but there are training, but complete this time because the reason have to um, wait to explain the situation, but that
Yeah.
is
Well, let's back to here. So this is what we are going to do now. I'm going to make a question general about familiar topic to each one of you, such as home, family, work, study, and interest. Okay, we are going to spend 4 to 5 minutes here, and this exercise is intended to to test or measure your ability to communicate opinions and information on everyday topics, okay, and common experience or situation by answering a range of topics. I'm gonna try to find. Okay, so we have cleared the time, right? 4 to 5 minutes. So let's use this stopper. Okay, let's go first with Tito. Tito, question.
yes, teacher. Uh,
Hometown. I want to ask you some question about your hometown
okay.
or city. Tell me, what type of place is it?
Um, I think the studies. Uh, and I talk about with you some about my experience in the pedagogical experience class, but I am developed my experience in a college, Celestine Freinet. I was assigned to the third courses with children between 8 and
Excuse me, Tito. The question is, what type of place is it? I mean, I am asking you about your hometown or city.
okay, excuse me. Okay.
Yeah. you should.
Okay. Um, my city is Bogota. Bogota is the capital of Colombia. Bogota has 10 millions inhabitants, but there are a lot of people uh, outside and foreign of Bogota which live in the city. But because Bogota has opportunities People like Bogota because Bogota is cold. It is the sky is uh, well, no es. Uh, days in Bogota are cold, but the climatic change in Bogota is hot every, every time. But Bogota has all opportunities to all people, work, tourism, study. Uh, there are massive transport, but Transmilenio. Um, mm, we hope the building of the metro building by the Chinese industry. Um, Bogota, it is a good place with with for living. Um, the stores, the malls, uh, supermarkets. There are a lot of movement in this city, but people in Bogota is
Good. Let's move now. Get me out. Uh, what is like growing there in Bogota? What is it like growing in Bogota? I mean, it's a busy city, very noisy. I guess at night it is quiet. What is it like to live and grow in Bogota?
I think is a lot of noise, pollution, because there are people produce a lot of contamination. Um, it is worry to live in Bogota because streets are full of cars. Um, there are some campaigns to the people learn to uh, display some bike, but uh, there is lack of rulers to the bikers, but there are no respected signals, traffic signals, and there are some some tolls for these people. On the other hand, and second place for me is the motorcycles. There are no respect signals, but it is difficult lift the cars in the city because the city is bigger. Um, some movement uh, north, north to the south, from the north to the south is easy 2 hours.
Good.
Uh,
Let's now move to the other. Has it changed much since you were a child? I mean, Bogota have changed since you were a child, and how?
mm, I don't understand the question, teacher, but
Yeah,
I think
I mean, have you noticed the city have changed since you were a child? If you compare the city years back to the city now,
okay.
have changed the city?
Okay. Thank you. The city has changed a lot of time. All day Bogota is changing because there are new business, new people, new buildings. Um, there are some constructions, new constructions. Uh, I know some things that today I can see,
Good.
but the transportation minister, the building was
Thank
derived in the last government.
thank you. Well, that was a very complete explanation. Let's give the chance to Sorelli. Let's see what topic is there out for their free time. Okay, free time. I like to move on and ask you some question about your free time. What type of activities do you like to do in your free time?
Okay, teacher. I like to cook. Um, I I love to spend time in my kitchen and prepare some delicious food. I like to share time with my family, just my older sister and a few uncles, because my parents passed away. So I like to um, share my time with them and with my friends too. Um, we go out and I like to dance, but for the moment it's very difficult to do this activity. So I prefer to dance in my home. Um, some other activity that I enjoy is to travel. I love to travel. Um, Always when I I have my vacation time, I prefer travel, um, maybe abroad or in a city, in a close city. I remember that my last vacation, I went to Neiva and San Agustin. I visited the Tatacoas Desert. Um, um, this
Oh,
travel was in February. Yeah.
let's see now what question comes now. Uh, how long have you been interested in these activities? I mean, cooking and traveling. How long have you been interested in those activities?
I don't understand the question.
I mean, how long
Uh,
have you been interested in creating wonderful dishes and visiting places, traveling? I mean,
uh, Frequently.
yeah, when rise your interest in cooking?
Oh, when cooking is short time because um, it's my I didn't know that I had this talent,
Why?
and the necessity to learn was born because I lived alone, so I had to learn, and it was good. I saw videos and read books by wherever. My sister teach me and travel. I always have been interested in travel. My parents taught me and showed me the interest in to know different places. Yeah.
Good. Let's
Uh,
move. Let's move to the second. Do you like to do these activities alone or with other people, and why?
yes, I would like to do these activities with, for example, travel. I think it's boring to travel alone because you see other people with a big family and big friends, and you're alone. It's so boring. But I prefer to travel with a partner or with a couple or travel with my family, maybe. And cooking, yes, it's boring to cook for just one person. Um, I try to cook for my sister, for my friends, and to go out too. I prefer to go out and to dance with my friends or to drink something or to go out to the cinema with my friends.
Good.
I don't like to do activities alone.
Good. Okay. Time is run over. Now let's hear Aleja. Let's see. Let's move down. Okay. Dreams. Dreams. I
Sure.
like. I now like to discuss your nighttime dreams with you. Do you dreams much at night?
Yeah. Every time, every night. um. Yeah. All the time I dreaming. So believe me, I can sleep like 1 minute and I'm going to have a dream. So that's so weird.
Good. Let's move. Uh, do you often remember your dreams?
Yeah, usually I remember all, but sometimes when I really fast or something, or I have like a call in the morning for a friend or whatever, I forgot. So depend the time. If I woke up if I wake up normal, like this is my time for work or something, I can remember. But when it's like of repent, I can't remember. So yeah, depend of the day, of the time, how I'm going to wake up. So yeah.
Good. Do you think we can learn anything from dreams, and why?
Yes. I think that sometimes in my case, God, because I believe in God, want to show me something about my dreams or in my dreams. And for example, I know that so many people think that the dreams um that have a secret message because um when you dream something is because it's in your how do you say that, inconscient
Conscious.
or subconscient? Yeah,
Yeah.
is
Subconscious.
over there. Yeah, is in there. And when you're dreaming, that is going to show you what in really do you think, are you thinking about. So when you're conscient, that is not going to be in your mind because you're conscient. And dream is so many crazy or something, I think that don't have any like message. But when the dream is, I don't know, about your family, friends, work or something, I think that that is going to be that is going to have to give you a message because is about the things that have about around you. But I think that depends the dream, because if you dream with I don't know, unicorn or something crazy like fly or something, I think that don't have any message. So depend what are you dreaming, because all dreams
A learning
don't have
experience.
yeah. So depend the dream.
Yeah. Now, let's see. Do people in our country talk about dreams and why?
What country? Colombia?
That's right.
Okay. What thinking they about dreams? Yeah.
No, do people in our country talk about their dreams?
Talk in what sense? Like talk
Like sharing
when
what they
dream? Mm, I think that yes, but with close friends, not with everybody. I think that is more common like in families or really close friends. In my case, really close friends. So I don't think that the person, for example, see in a stranger and going to tell my dream. So I think that is common sharing with close friends, no with everybody. So or for example, if I have a really good dream or a dream that is really important or I think that is really important, I'm going to share with my family or my best friend or something. But yeah, it's common, but no really like or with everybody.
good. Let's go to the next. Do you think that dreams can come true?
mm, Depend the dream. Or what do you dream? What do you mean? That when I am sleeping or my dreams like goals?
I think it refers to sleeping.
Okay.
You are sleeping and you dream something, and the possibility that that dream later on
Okay.
can becomes true,
Yeah.
becomes reality.
Yeah. Yeah. And for me, so many of my dreams happened. So, like 7% of 100% happens in my life. So I think that yes, is the dreams can come true, but obviously depend the dream, because if I dream I'm going to fly, obviously that is not going to be happen. That's not going to happen. But yeah, sometimes when I dream something about my family or friends,
Okay,
and I tell them, that's going to be true sometimes. But yeah.
thank you. Let's try to move to the other part of the test. This is IELTS part 2. That's long term. Uh, do you have, well, I think we are going to have this part for the next time because we ran out of time. But this part is the long term. In the long term is an interactive test where you are a card, you have 1 minute to create, right? To prepare like your arguments, and then you are going to talk with your partner. You are going to discuss. Sure. Sometimes you agree each other, sometimes you disagree. And in part in part 3, let me see, it's over here. In part 3, it's a discussion based on part 2. Based on what you talk each other with your partner in part 3, you are going to have a follow-up question, right? And this follow-up question are closely related to what you say in part 2. You saw that in the video, right? So, but we can approach that part now because time run over. So, but let's see if we can make the exercise at least. For example, I have to make you a question. Describe a person you love, like or admire. So, what are your first memory of this person? Tito, a person you love. What is your first memory of that person?
Oh, oh, thank you. Uh, my favorite person is my wife. I know my wife since 30 years old. Um, and because when I know this woman, it is young, and she is she was young, and it is pretty, uh, but she has her hair long, and it is she was friendly
Good,
person,
good,
but um, some study at the university as a nurse. Um, there are she's a very good nurse, the bigger for me.
good,
Um, she she is she's worried about other people. Uh, she has uh, problems. Um, that is a good person. I have uh, what did you say, premium, win for me.
good. The same question for Sorelli. Describe a person you love and what are the memory you say from this person.
Um, my favorite person was my father. Mm, he passed away this month, 4 years ago, and he taught me a lot of things about my life. Um, he taught me to be a good woman, um, uh, to hard work, uh, working, mm, to be honest and to loud um, about the circumstances. He was a good man in my life.
Good.
I miss, I miss it, miss him.
I know, I know. Aleja, the same question for you, and we close with your intervention. Go ahead.
My mom is my favorite person, and she's awesome. And the memory that I have about her is when she made me the breakfast in the morning, all morning when I going to school, and in the weekends obviously, but especially when I went to school, because she woke up only for that. Because she worked in the afternoon, and she woke up just for make me my breakfast. So that is my special memory.
Well, thank you, Tito. Thank you, Sorelli. Thank you, Aleja. You did
Thank
well in
you.
this
Thank you,
exercise.
teacher.
I hope to see you back the coming week, right?
Yes.
And until next opportunity. Sure.
Okay.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Good day
Bye,
for
Bye.
Alejandra. Bye, Tito.
bye,
Bye.
Sorely. Ciao, Alejandra.